Alright guys, so picked up the Taurus TX22 just to have another pistol in the personal collection, and this one's pretty cool, but it's not perfect. Alright, I gotta stop with the P's. Alright, we gotta stop. But so, why should a person purchase the Taurus TX22? Well, there's plenty of reasons. And today, we're going to go over a particular few that I think are pretty cool. Let's check out this plinker. I guess I did okay there. The Taurus TX22. So full disclosure on this thing, this was sent out to me from Taurus actually directly per my request, because I had already purchased for myself the competition model right here. And I thought that it would be really cool to see what the standard edition looked like, and if, you know, paying the extra bit that I did for the competition model was worth it at all. And I just also thought it would be a cool review really to put out there for you guys, because these Taurus TX22 pistols are really dang awesome. I mean, especially for the price. You know, they're not perfect, but they do really offer a lot more than what many other 22 pistols might offer. And in my opinion, they really have pretty much on par performance with everything else that's out there. I mean, a rimfire pistol, you're going to have some occasional problems. They might be a little bit ammo picky, or just have some feeding issues, as you guys will probably see in this video today. But, you know, amongst the whole lot of 22 rimfire pistols, just as a group in general, I think these stand up pretty well. You know, and then again, like I say, given the included features that you get on these guys, you know, it's a pretty good deal. So I did purchase this one here on my own, bought it with my own hard-earned dollars, and I've had a lot of fun with it, spent several thousand rounds through it, and have had, and really just no regrets on the purchase there. But I did want to give just that disclosure there for you guys, so that you know that at least this one here was sent out from Taurus. Now, I don't get to keep it. I have to send it back. So I'm not getting anything in exchange for doing this video, other than I got to take a look at it. I had to pay the FFL transfer fee and everything on it. So, you know, I do have a few bucks into it, of course, even just with the ammo and guys. So speaking of cool and speaking of a good deal, well, what makes this thing a good deal? Let's talk about some of that right now. First of all, comes with a threaded barrel. So that's kind of cool. Actually, it's very cool. You can make these things legit Hollywood quiet, and that's just fun. So of course you got to run either standard velocities or subsonics to do that, but it'll cycle just the same with either of those as it does with anything else. So that's pretty dang awesome. One other thing that I should probably mention about running this thing suppressed is that obviously with a rimfire, part of the problem is that you're dealing with just, it's dirty. So when you're running this suppressed, I noticed that that sort of increases that problem, or just speeds it up, but because it's increasing the back pressure a little bit, so you're just more likely to get it dirty faster, you know, running a lot of rounds suppressed. But it can still definitely eat through them, as you guys will see in today's video, and makes it super quiet, so that's a lot of fun. So moving back from there, you can see we've got a cut slide, and then we have a cut optics ready slide right there. So that is pretty dang awesome. comes with a 22 round extended mag and a 16 round mag. At least that's what mine came with. Open sights on it are decent. Rear sight is just a notch sight, and the front sight has a little white dot on it that helps you get your sight picture. And as you'll see in today's video, both using just the open sights and the green dot that I've got on this guy right here, they're both very accurate. I would say equally accurate. The competition model does have a slightly longer barrel, and it has slightly different sort of just cut to the slide. The whole entire top of the slide is cut out, and your optic actually mounts basically just directly onto the top of the barrel itself right there. So that's pretty cool. And this thing is a little bit heavier. I'm not sure exactly where all that weight's coming from because the whole top of the slide is cut out, but it definitely is a little bit heavier, maybe just from this mounting that they have, you know, on the barrel for getting the sight on there, because it feels like most of the weight is sort of in the front there still. So there's a couple of the TX models that they've got available, and there's other models that they've got, but these are kind of my two really personal favorites. They've got the threaded barrels, they've got the optics options, and I actually really like the look of the green on this one right here. So I guess that's about enough on the pistol itself, and really, guys, it's taken me a long time to get this review out. I mean, I've had this thing gosh, Taurus sent it out to me a while back. I'm surprised they haven't already sent me an email asking for it and telling me they're going to send me a return shipping label to get this thing sent back, because I've had it for a while, and I have not released or done this video. I've done a lot of filming with it, but I haven't done the review on it yet because I was sort of puzzling in my mind about just what would be the real purposes or why someone might purchase this plinker right here. And so I wanted to kind of go at the video, you know, with that in mind of, you know, why are some of the reasons why you might buy it, and how does it meet those needs? How does it fulfill those needs? So I think for me, I purchased it to have a fun plinker, one that wasn't going to break the bank. I've seen some pretty good reviews out there on it, and I wanted one that had the features this one had, namely being able to suppress it, because that's just so much fun. Being able to get out here and shoot without having to wear ear protection makes it just enjoyable. I can get the wife and the kids out behind this thing. It's quiet, there's no recoil, and we can just get out and just burn through ammo that's cheap and have a whole lot of fun. So, plinker, that's why I got it. But there's some people out there that might look at you know, especially one like this, not so much the competition model, but especially one like this as maybe a personal defense, personal protection solution. And while, you know, I would join the crowd of people saying that you're probably not, you know, really doing the best by picking a 22 as a personal defense option, but if it, you know, was what you had to choose or what you just wanted to choose, this I think would make a pretty good option for that as well, given the right ammunition. So part of today's video is we're going to be testing this with some of those new Federal Punch, the advertised as personal defense 22 long rifle ammo. We're going to be comparing the performance of those to some standard velocity from CCI as far as accuracy, shoot a few over the chronograph, and we've got a special little power demonstration that I've planned for you guys with a pumpkin over there. So stay tuned for all of that. Taurus TX22, let's take a look at it. All right, so to test the power, we've got 2 layers of galvanized steel stacked up and then pinned to a pumpkin. So we're going to shoot this guy right about here with the standard velocity. We've got 2 layers there of the galvanized steel stacked up. These are about a 1/16 of an inch thick a piece. So in total, we've got almost an 1/8 of an inch of galvanized steel to punch through, and then a pumpkin behind that. So let's see if we can pop a hole in the pumpkin with the punch. All right, wow. Well, that's a significant difference we got out of the punch. So first up, we shot our double layer steel here with the standard velocity. Neither of them made it through. Made a nice dent, but didn't make it through. Barely even dented the pumpkin there behind it. Now over here on the side with the punch, we obviously made it right through the steel, both layers, easy. You can clearly see through both layers of steel. So same 2 layers of steel went into the pumpkin with some authority and did not come out the other side of the pumpkin. So we did not pass through the pumpkin with our punch. So I think that the only thing left to do is shoot this right here with a 9mm and see if the 9mm goes through the steel and then through the pumpkin. All right, so the 9mm went through both sides of the pumpkin, in and out of the pumpkin, easy, and actually splattered pumpkin bits all over the place right here. Made a big old crater on the front and on the back. And obviously we went through both of our pieces of steel here nice and easy. So compared the punch 22 to a just standard 9mm hollow point self-defense, I mean, kind of no comparison there at all. But compared to a regular standard velocity, and this is a lot more. I mean, going through both of these like nothing, and then into the pumpkin. So I'm going to say that definitely those punches actually punched a lot more than I thought that they would. So that's cool to see. If I was in a pinch and I had to use a 22 for a personal protection device, I would probably go with the punch. Haha, enough peas for you? All right, let's move along. And we're out. There's what 10 yards looks like. 5 shots. And the rest, I believe it was 12 here at 20 yards. Opened up a little bit, but first one I put right there in the center, and the rest of them got a pretty good group there. A few of them outliers, but not bad for 20 yards with a plinker. All right, next up, let's see how these punches do for 5 and 5. Well, they opened up a little bit, especially because I went a little bit faster. But let's go ahead and get a look at those 2 groups. All right, there's our 10 yard with the punch. And here's our 20 yard with the punch. We had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 right there like that. All right, so we've got the competition model here of the TX. Let's see if the little bit longer barrel, having the green dot, all the goodies help us get any better groups. We're going to shoot 5 shots of the subs at the same 2 distances, 5 shots on each target. Here we go. We had a jam on the competition model just now. Or a failure to feed, I should say. And just finish out this mag here. That's looking pretty good so far. There we go. Finish the mag out. Only 1 failure to feed so far, which is actually pretty good for these guys. So, and those 2 groups look decent. So let's go get a closer look at them. All right, so there's our 10 yard group. Really not any better than what we got with the standard model, but I'd say more fun, at least with that green dot. It's a little more fun anyway. Let's go check out this 20 yard group. So I think at 20 yards it did help quite a bit having that dot sight. I had a couple outliers, and that's just because I was trying to go a little bit too fast. But when I took my time, I really concentrated everything just right there, and I could maybe move the sight a few clicks over because I'm hitting to the left. But other than that, darn accurate, right? All right, guys, so the Taurus TX22. This is just definitely a fun gun to shoot and to have in the collection. I'm kind of sad actually that I'm going to be having to send this one back, and I probably would just tell Taurus I think it fell off my boat or something, unless I had that competition model there for my own personal collection that I do get to keep, because it's so much fun. It's made me want one, so I'm glad that I already have one. For a plinker, definitely gets my vote. 2 thumbs up. It's a winner. It hasn't let me down, and it's actually priced less than a lot of the other options out there. As personal defense, maybe with those punches, if you already owned one of these, that might be a decent option in a pinch if you had no other choice. But I can't say that I would really give any 22 long rifle my personal recommendation as a self-defense option. But I can give the TX22 my personal recommendation. In fact, I think I'm just going to go ahead and finish off this video with a little bit more plinking. If you guys like this one, definitely check out one of the other couple of videos that I've got up on screen right now. We can hang out some more, or support the channel by heading down and hitting those links in the description. Gets me what I need to make more cool videos like this one. And until next time, shoot straight, stay free. I love you guys.